Hey guys, welcome back to Source ADV. I am Mark Jackson. Today we're going to talk about adding a JD fueling tuner, and we're going to remove the reeds from the air intake boot. Some people just pull them out. I've got a really cool thing here from Blais Racing, which is a European version of the Airboot that does not have any reeds in it at all. Once again, these are not for street legal use, so please check your local laws and regulations before doing this to your bike, and assuming you can drive it on the road. But we've also got this great JD fueling tuner here that should allow us to compensate for the new FMF pipe from the last install. So stay tuned. I'll tear down the bike, give instructions, and also please note I'm going to be doing an IMS 4.5 gallon tank install at the same time. So if you notice that there's a different gas tank on the bike at the end that's supposed to be, I'll do another video on that too. All right, let's do it. Stock Airboot is really hard to get out. It's really tight in there. There's kind of like this little edge that clips into there and then goes into the throttle body, obviously, and you can see the reeds in there. You can see that there's reeds in there, just like a two-stroke, you know, and it's like, what a crazy difference. Yeah, of course, the reeds flow air great, but like what a difference between that and this. And I will say this thing's exponentially lighter too. So yeah, really excited to get this in and replace that reed cage out of there, lose some weight. This thing seems like it's way more flexible, probably gonna go in way easier than that came out too. So, whew, that was fun. Yeah, so gas tank's off. For wire routing, I'm actually going to put the tuner on the inside of the airbox lid right here. I don't expect to be tuning this thing all the time, and even if I have to tune it for a location that I'm at, like Baja or something, I'll just pop the airbox lid off and turn it up a little bit here. Getting this Euro boot in there was, yeah, really not fun. Getting it to clip back into this plastic surround is really difficult. And I'm a little bit worried about the levelness of the sealing surface, but I'm gonna check that a lot when I put the air filter back in. But yeah, so with the JD tuner, there's a ground wire that is, geez, sorry guys. Ground wire right there. They recommend that it go to that little ground point right above the cylinder head. So there's your cylinder head. It's a ground point there. I'm gonna go ahead and do that and then run the cables back into the airbox. And then the clip actually goes into that little fuel injector clip right there. So there is, right, so two different clips here. One goes in the fuel injector clip, one goes into the other harness, and then it will come up here too and come into the inside of the air cover, the airbox cover. So hopefully that'll be right kind of in there-ish, and yeah, get some more power out of this pup. See what happens. All right, install the JD powder tuner is done. As you can see here, that little ground line runs right down here and then comes up through the inside of the frame rail there and follows this. And it's zip tied to one of those wiring harnesses. And then you can see the main line coming out here, which goes into, plugs into the fuel injector there, and then you plug the pass harness into the JD fueling harness, and I'll do a little bit more wire tying and that sort of thing. I still have to get the air temp sensor back into the Euro boot, but yeah, I gotta grab some self-tapping plastic screws for that, and then all you gotta do, pull your airbox lid off, and boom, there you go. There's your JD power tuner. and we'll go over adjusting it and setting it for an open exhaust and all like that. Let's take a look at the different charts here that shows you for each setting, whether it's just kind of off-road for better performance or for an open exhaust, what numbers you're looking for. Basically, each section, each zone, green, yellow, red, green, blue, yellow, blue, red, blue, adjusts different parts of the of how much throttle is on. So basically what we want to do is, you can see that the open exhaust numbers are substantially higher than the stock no change, and you can also see that stock no change is number 3. So basically, if you look really close on the JD Power Tuner, sorry that's out of focus there, you can see these, each one of these lights here, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So those are going to tell you, you know, what number you're on for each zone. And once we turn it on, you can cycle through the zones by pressing mode. So I'll go ahead and show you what that looks like, and I'm going to go ahead and just set each individual of these numbers to the right number. And I did notice when I started the bike up that with the open exhaust, I'm getting a lot more popping on just kind of like normal revs. So I'm excited to see if that adjusts a little bit with this. But yeah, one of the really cool thing to note that JD does for you is they give you this little sticker here that you can put either on the inside of your air filter cover like this, or some people put it on the fork of their bike. But it allows you to write down, you know, for each zone, the numbers that correspond from the chart in red, blue, you know, so that way, if you ever wanted to, you know, potentially turn up your red blue, which is your accelerator pump, you know, see what that feels like on the trail, you know where to bring it back to get back to your open exhaust baseline. So this is really helpful. So this part's really fun when it's really cold in Colorado. Lithium-ion batteries suck in cold weather, and you gotta jump them. So that's awesome. Let's see what happens. There we go. Yay! Now we can actually test the programmer. Okay, so I'm gonna do this with the bike on. So I'm gonna show you what happens when you turn the key on. Kind of comes alive. There we go. And we go ahead and fire the bike up. And you'll notice that this is just the standing state. As I press mode, the lights will change colors, and those are go to each zone. So here you go. So right now it's just in the regular zone. We press the thing. Now we're in green. And to adjust green, all I gotta do is move it up or down. And according to the chart, for green I want a 5 for open exhaust, and that's a 5 right there. Now I go to yellow, and according to the chart for open exhaust I want a 6, and that's 6 right there. So it's really, really easy to get. There's red, we want 6/7, which is both lights blinking. There you go. Red blue, we want 6. As you can see here, it adjusts with the green light. That's how you adjust red blue. Yellow blue adjusts with the yellow light. We want 5, we're at 5. And then red blue, we want 4. One of the things I did notice already is that the idle on the bike came up a lot. So I'm gonna have to readjust the idle, but otherwise very easy. All right, that's it. JD Power Tuner, really easy to do. Oh, one other thing that I wanted to note is that I installed that new air filter boot there, an intake boot. Because I'm not crazy confident about the sealing surface right now, I went ahead and grabbed some no-toil rim grease that you just put around the inside of the rim and make sure that it seals really nice and tight. It might just be because it's still so freaking cold here that the rubber's not bending. But yeah. As far as difficulty goes with the JD Power Surge Tuner, I'll give it a, as far as like fuel tuning goes, I'll give it a 1 out of 5 on the F-bomb scale. I mean, this was super easy. Even the routing was easy. The only thing I should have done better was just clean the inside of this thing before I put the Velcro on. so that it would have stuck better. So I just got to get some new Velcro for the back of this. But yeah, super easy. The programming, you know, initially somewhat intimidating, right? But it's actually really straightforward. So just read through the instructions and you'll have a lot more power on your bike if you add an exhaust and you pull those reeds out. Thank you so much for tuning in to Source ADV and watching this video on the JD Power Tuner. Please remember to subscribe if you want to keep watching videos from us, and feel free to let us know if you have any questions. Keep the rubber side down. Take care.